Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm your biology teacher. Today I'm going to discuss the lecture from the textbook of biology for class 10. The lecture which I'm going to discuss, that is the contribution of Muslim scientists. And the second one lecture we will start from the new chapter, Coordination and Control. Okay, now let me discuss contributions of Muslim scientists. There are many Muslim scientists contributed a lot in the field of biology. Some of the Muslim scientists discussed in your book in the chapter of homeostasis are Abul Qasim al-Zahrawi, al-Farabi and al-Razi. These are the three Muslim scientists discussed in chapter number 11, homeostasis. Let me discuss their contributions related to the homeostasis related to the kidneys. Okay, the first one scientist is Abul Qasim. Abul Qasim time era is from 936 to 1013 AD. He was known in the West as Abul Qasis. He is the author of medical encyclopedia. Encyclopedia means those books in which a lot of information, medical information present, which gives us knowledge about all fields of medicines. That book is called encyclopedia, medical encyclopedia. The medical encyclopedia of Abul Qasim is Al-Tasrif. In this book, he described the removal of stone from the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is actually the sac-like structure in our lower abdomen in which temporarily the urine is stored. So the stone may also be formed in the urinary bladder. So Abul Qasim described the removal of stone from the urinary bladder. So this is one of the major contribution of Abul Qasim in the field of biology. Dissection of animals. He also introduced the dissection of some animals. Surgery of eye and throat. He also described the surgery of eye and throat. Now the next one scientist is Al-Farabi. The time era of Al-Farabi is from 872 to 950 AD. Al-Farabi, also known as Al-Farabius. In West, Al-Farabi is known as Al-Farabius. Al-Farabi wrote many books and provide information about kidney diseases and stones in the urinary bladder. Al-Razi time period ranging from 865 to 925 AD. Al-Razi wrote many books in medicines. In the field of doctorate, Al-Razi wrote many books. One of the famous book of Al-Razi is the Book of Formation of Small Stones. This is the name of book of Al-Razi, the Book of Formation of Small Stones. In this book, he introduced techniques to remove kidney stones. Now, come to the next chapter. Here, chapter number 11 is closed. So, let us start the new chapter, Coordination and Control. Unit number 12, Coordination and Control. Before going to discuss the chapter, let we know about the word coordination. What is meant by coordination? Actually, coordination is the cooperative working of the systems in an organism body. As you know that you are multicellular organism. We are multicellular organism. Human beings are multicellular. So, in multicellular organisms, many systems are present. As you have studied in previous class 9th, multicellular organisms consist of many organ systems, and all these organ systems work together. The cooperative working of these systems in an organism's body is called coordination. Clear? Okay. The coordination is of two types: nervous coordination and chemical coordination. Nervous coordination, the cooperative working of the systems. If the cooperative working of the system is under the control of nervous system, This type of coordination will be called as nervous coordination. If the systems doing cooperative working together under the control of nervous system, such coordination will be called as nervous coordination. The second one is chemical coordination. There are certain chemicals are present in our body. Certain chemicals are present in our body. These chemicals are called hormones. Hormones are organic chemicals producing in our body. ठीक हो गया? These hormones also force the system to do cooperative working. So when the systems are doing cooperative working with each other under the control of hormones, such coordination will be called as chemical coordination. Clear? So the cooperative working of the system under the control of nervous systems is called nervous coordination. The cooperative working of the systems, organ systems under the control of chemicals, under the control of hormones will be called as chemical coordination. Got it? Okay. Mechanism of coordination. Now, how the cooperative working of the systems going on in the body of multicellular organism in our body. The mechanism. Okay. Mechanism of coordination consists of 3 steps: receiving stimulus, message to coordinator, producing response. Coordination brings about by 3 steps: receiving stimulus, message to coordinator, producing response. Now, before going to discuss these 3 steps, you must know about stimulus. Stimulus is actually any change occurring in our environment received by our sense organ. Any change in environment which is received by our sense organ, that change of the environment will be called as stimulus. That will be called as stimulus. So any environmental change is called stimulus. So stimulus is first of all received by the sense organ. Okay, so any environmental change which initiate a response in our body is called stimulus, जिसकी वजह से हम पे response शो करते हैं. कोई भी environment में change आ जाए, darkness है, environment बहुत ज़्यादा hot है, so we can feel the hotness of our surrounding. We can see that our environment is dark. So dark, hotness, that is stimulus. About this stimulus we are showing response. इस stimulus के मतलब हम response देंगे. Dark है, so we will go to the light. हम light की तरफ जाएंगे. Hot है, so we will switch on the air condition. Okay, so we will switch on the fan. हम एयर कंडीशनर को या तो ऑन करेंगे या फैन ऑन कर लेंगे. सो दैट इज अवर बॉडी रिस्पॉन्स. सो एनी इन्वायरमेंटल चेंज विच इनिशिएट द बॉडी रिस्पॉन्स, it will be called as stimulus. Okay. Parts which receive the stimulus are called receptor, as we have studied in junior classes. All the parts of our body which are sensitive to environmental change and which receive the stimulus, they are called receptors. Yes, they are called receptors. There are 5 receptors, or you may say sense organs are present. Eye. Due to eye we can receive the light and we become able to see objects. Ear is another sense organ. Ear is another receptor. With the help of ear, we detect sounds. We catch sounds. Nose and tongue. With the help of nose and with the help of tongue, these are also receptors. We receive chemicals. The nose receives the chemicals and detect the smell. The tongue receives the chemicals and tell us about the taste. Clear? and the skin. Skin is another receptor. With the help of skin, we can feel touch. So it is mechanical receptor. Okay, so the parts of our body which receive the stimuli or which receive the stimulus, they are called sense organ. Now when the sense organ receives stimulus, occurs stimulus, any environmental change is called stimulus. So stimulus occur, that stimulus is received by the sense organ which are called receptors. Sense organ now send the message to coordinator. Okay, so receptors send the information of the stimulus to the coordinator. Brain and spinal cord of our body are the coordinators. They analyze the stimulus, they detect the stimulus, and form the decision against the stimulus for response. They form the decision about the stimulus for information. For response. Okay. Next, receptors send the information of stimulus to a coordinator. It analyzes the information and makes decision. Now, next, third one step is producing response. Coordinators send, when the coordinator receives the stimulus, the message of the stimulus from the sense organs, now the coordinators form or make decision. Now this decision will be sent by the coordinators to special parts of the body for response. These special parts of the body due to which we are showing response, they are called effectors. And these effectors may be muscles or they may be hormones. With the help of hormones, we are also showing response. With the help of muscles, we are also showing response. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपको मैं ये एग्जाम्पल से बताती हूँ, एग्जाम्पल से आपको बहुत ज़्यादा क्लियर होगा. When the door is knocking by someone, knocking of the door knock is the stimulus. That is a change occurs in our environment, that is stimulus. This knocking is received, the sound of knocking is received by air. This stimulus is received by the air. Air is a sense organ. So here ears are receptors. Door knocking is the stimulus, environmental change है ये, ठीक है? That is detected by the air. Ear ने sound को सुना, सही? Now ears are receptors. Now stimulus received by the receptors. Receptors send the message to the coordinator. Coordinator क्या है हमारे पास? Brain. Yes, brain is the coordinator. Now brain will study the stimulus and form and make the decision. And this decision will be sent by the brain, or you may say the coordinator, to the effectors. And effectors are muscles. And with the help of muscles, we move towards the door and we open the door. हम डोर की तरफ कैसे जाएंगे? पाँव की मदद से. और पाँव की हरकत कैसे होती है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ मसल्स. हम डोर को ओपन करेंगे, कैसे करते हैं? हाथों की मदद से. और हाथ कैसे काम कर रहे होते हैं? विद द हेल्प ऑफ मसल्स. सो मसल्स आर द इफेक्टर्स. सो with the help of effectors, we will show response. So today our session end here. Thank you so much for listening me. Inshallah, we will continue our lecture in our next online session. Thank you. Goodbye.